In this video, I'm going to share 16 reasons why you would want to grow long hair as a man. And you might be thinking, hold on a second, how on earth have you come up with 16 reasons to grow long hair? Well, there are 16, so I'm just going to go through them one by one. And if you're considering growing long hair, I do have some other videos. It seems to be that hair videos do really well on this channel for some reason. I have no idea why. But yeah, if you want to see more videos about me talking about hair, then check out the links in the description. So here are the 16 reasons you should grow long hair if you're a guy, or if you're a girl, but mainly if you're a guy. Number one, it's kind of a good look. You know, it's an easy look. You don't have to put much effort into maintaining it. And number two, even if you decide to go back to short hair later, it's nice to be able to say that you've tried it. You know, I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? You don't like it and then you decide to cut it off and then you're back to short hair. You haven't really lost anything, but you have, you know, ascertained whether you look good with short hair or not. You know, it might really suit you. So there's no way of knowing unless you actually test it out and try it for yourself. Number three, you get to rebel and sort of go against what society considers to be normal for guys. Typically guys are supposed to have short hair and tidy styles like that, but I think you can look really good if you have long hair. If you do it right and, you know, if you keep it clean and tidy, you can't really go wrong. It's quite hard to look bad with long hair, especially when it's tied up, you know, in a man bun or something. It's quite hard to not pull that look off. Number four, it just looks cool. Number five, lots of people are actually growing their hair long, and you'll find that more and more guys, especially around the world, are starting to grow their hair out long because it's just kind of easier. It's also cheaper because you don't need to pay money for, you know, expensive barbers and haircuts and everything and styling and products and everything. You literally just have long hair, tie it up. There's really no maintenance as such needed for this style. Number six, there shouldn't really be any reason that women can grow long hair and look good with it and men can't. It's really kind of like a double standard. And in my opinion, it looks great on both genders, you know. Number seven, it can show that you are committed and you have some kind of patience, because to be honest, it takes a while to grow long hair. It's going to take at least, at the very minimum, a year for you to grow long hair and have it actually look good. So if you have the patience to stick with it for a year, then people are going to notice like, oh, he grew his hair long. That must have taken a lot of patience and determination, because you have to sort of push through the awkward stage where you're growing it out and it looks rubbish. So people will think you have patience. Number eight, long hair pretty much looks good with any outfit. There's not really anything that it doesn't work with. It kind of works well with anything, especially when you're at the point where you can tie your hair up. There's really no need to worry. You know, you can look good with any outfit. Number nine, it shows you are confident. Not many men will actually grow out their hair as a percentage of like the total amount of men in the world. So it kind of shows that you're confident enough to not care what people think and go against what most people are doing. Number 10, if you like traveling, you will find that in most places in the world, it's a very accepted hairstyle. In fact, it's only really in the Western world that it's not an accepted in general hairstyle for men. It's changing now, but what you'll find that is if you travel a lot, almost all of the guys that travel tend to have long hair, or at least you'll find a lot more people who travel have long hair. And that's probably because of one of the other reasons I'll mention, which is it's just easy to maintain. There's no maintenance needed. You don't need to worry about finding a hairdresser, or, you know, what if your hair gets messy? No, you just tie it up and it looks good. Number 11, it kind of has a good sex appeal. People find long hair attractive in general. And of course, you know, some people will find it not attractive. It kind of depends on personal taste, but in my opinion, I think a lot of people find long hair attractive. Number 12, at the moment at least, it's kind of a unique thing. Not many people, as in like not most men, grow their hair out long. So if you are one of the people who does grow your hair out, you're going to kind of stand out and be more easily remembered than somebody who just has a normal, typical haircut that you see everywhere. Number 13, men actually, historically, in many civilizations around the world, have always had long hair. It's only really kind of recently that we, or society, has decided that short hair is now the thing that everybody must do. But really, historically, men have always had long hair. It's been a very masculine, sort of attractive trait to have long hair. Number 14, having long hair is a signal, or kind of like a barometer of your health in general. You will find that it kind of determines or shows you how healthy you are in general. If you don't have long hair, or if you, for example, can't grow long hair, it can show that maybe you're having too high stress in your life, there's too much stress going on. Chronic stress levels can sort of make it harder to grow long hair. But in general, it's kind of a signal that you send to the opposite sex that you are a healthy, fully functioning male or person. Number 15 is one that I can personally give you the yes for. I know I can say this works for sure. And that is that in winter, it keeps you warm. Now, I take cold showers, okay? So my cold sensitivity is quite strong anyway. Like, I don't get cold easily. However, having long hair gives you that extra push. You know, I was actually in Iceland, I think about a year ago, and having long hair then really helped keep me warm. It's like an extra layer, it's like a scarf almost. So that's an added bonus. Other side of that is that it can be a bit difficult or uncomfortable if you're in a really hot climate. But then it's nothing that, you know, almost every girl doesn't have to deal with. Number 16, but this is kind of like I don't really know how I feel about this one. It can protect your neck from mosquito bites. Now, this only applies if you actually have your hair down. So if you tie your hair up, which of course most people who grow their hair long will do, into a man bun, then this kind of, you know, that's not a valid point. I hope you've enjoyed these 16 reasons to grow long hair as a man. I'm sure there are more reasons, but that's just the first 16 I can think of. And there are other reasons actually why I grew my hair, which I'm not going to include in this video because I want to make another video about that. So if you want to have some tips on growing long hair, if you want some advice, how it is, you know, the best way to grow it, the things you should not do if you want to grow long hair, then check out my channel. Just search my channel for hair and you'll see all my hair videos. I'll try and put links in the description, but you know, sometimes I forget these things.